See, this is why race cars are Well, good morning, number one. It's not early, but I didn't sleep very well, so like I look like it's early. I'm super excited today because I'm gonna go ahead and install all the diff parts on the GTO. We're still waiting on the cam cover, timing cover for the GTO, so after today I'm actually gonna park it just because I don't want to keep leaking and then keep having to clean up and then top off my oil, all that kind of stuff. So if the camera looks a little different, it's because I'm not using my GoPro today. GoPro is actually dead, and this one was on full tap. I actually use this camera just for taking photos and stuff. All right, guys, serious question. For those of you who are following me who also have boosted GTOs, I am curious, how far have you guys pushed the stock T56? Because I feel like I'm right on the limit of the stock T56. Literally, bone stock. Still drives awesome, no grinds, no weirdness, no nothing. But I'm just curious how far everybody's pushed their transmission. Now, if the time comes, if I can somewhat figure out a way to get like a T56 Magnum, I would definitely do that. But for right now, the T56 is holding up just fine, and we're gonna go with that. But T56 Magnum with like one of those S1 sequential shifters would be so sick. Oh, shop life every morning. I love it. For real though, I love it, I love it. Alright guys, so I think today I'm gonna be doing the Stubs and sway bar and possibly the Billet Bushings, but it kind of depends on how difficult the old ones are. Hey, look at that boy. Look at that boy. Look at them boys. Hell yeah. Actually with the 14 I did. A little bit of water, she be alright. How can I get one of these? That's nice. That carbon is real. That's so sick. Jeez. Man, I need some fancy wheels. Them is nice, bro. I need some fancy wheels. But I can't justify it yet. Yeah. It's so sick, but I still can't justify it yet. $3 grand. There's no way expensive. You need bands for these. Bands. And Tremaine makes her dance.
You know, I'm known for throwing singles.
Did I open a drift shop out of nowhere?
You didn't mean to, but it happened. It's at Bobby's. See? Is that in his? He took the boom. Oh. Yeah, look at that friend there, boy. Have him just park right here. Huh? Just park right here. Guys, I opened a drift shop without trying to open a drift shop. Look, we got 40, E30, 40, 300. I got my GTO. Like, they're all foreign cars. Like, the GTO is the only one that's somewhat not foreign, but it's hilarious. That's Australian, right?
Yeah, it's import still. See, this is why race cars are sick. Why are you barking? Huh, Seuss? They are really cool, man. Look at this. Here's the difference between stock sway bar, aftermarket. Like, hella different. And then you got multiple adjustments. I'm already planning on putting this one on full stiff, just because I don't care. Full stiff. You guys have no idea how much I love the GTO, because that took me all of about an hour to install. Maybe an hour, taking my time. New stubs, new sway bar. The only thing left is these guys here. Boom. And one thing I do want to do next is I want to rebuild my diff mount. And you know, I have a template here from my old diff, so I want to rebuild my old diff mount, and well, rebuild a solid one. And I think the whole rear end would be really, really solid after that.
Congratulations, Jim. And with that being said, guys, today's video, once again,
There we go. Alright guys, I kind of just demonstrated the hard way to take these bushings out. You could do it an easier way. You could actually take a drill bit and drill up in there, but I didn't really want to do that today, so I just heated them up and wiggled them out. Anyway, you can see the clear difference. This is billet aluminum versus a big rubber piece with a big flex piece in the middle. This should stiffen up the rear end really, really nicely. So I'm super excited now. Yesterday I got one side done just to kind of get a test feel for it. This morning I showed up and figured we'll get the other side done. So as of now, we have stubs, we have a new sway bar, and then we have solid billet subframe mounts. And this should stiffen up the rear end not much more. And then I think this week I'll end up making a new diff mount, a custom solid diff mount, and the whole rear end should be really, really solid. I love the GTO so much. I wish the platform was much bigger, because they're such an easy car to work on. Such an easy car. One of the easiest cars I've ever worked on in my life, the GTO. Is definitely one of the easiest, period. So yeah, I am a little bummed that there's not a lot of support for these things, but it is what it is. I'm giving it support right now. Anyway, let me put in this new billet subframe mount and show you guys how that goes together. Really, really simple, guys. Hopefully you guys could see me, see what I'm doing. This goes here, slides straight into place, like that. This one slides on top. You slide this one over, there's a little hole for it, just like that. Right, all about that finesse life. So we'll keep this guy loose so we could actually do some sort of an alignment on the rear cradle, but this should do us pretty well for right now. She's all done. So I do need sorry, tongue twisted. She's all finished. I do need an alignment for this car. Now I am gonna just take it for a cruise to see how everything feels, but this car's gonna sit until we get the new timing cover, just because it's leaking a bit of oil. I don't want to kick any oil onto the engine. I don't want any kind of oil leak. Nobody likes oil leak. Let's try this bad boy out. Pretty excited.
The car's already pretty stiff because of the springs. We gotta be light because we're low on gas right now, so we don't want it leaning out or anything like that. But we'll just go a quick stroll around the block. I could already feel the rear end is way stiffer. The rear end is way stiffer. It's nice and stiff, I like it. All right, so the rear end is pretty much done on this car, and which makes me feel way safer. Obviously, I just went and ripped it straight away, which is no big deal, which is awesome. You know, I could play a little bit more and not really worry about it. As I tell you guys a lot, these cars are expensive in certain aspects. Engine transmission wise, it's pretty standard across the LS board, but drivetrain is where these cars kind of get you. So that's a wrap for today, guys. I just hope you enjoyed the video. You know, we just got a couple of odds and ends, get an alignment, take care of the timing cover, and she should essentially be ready for a race season, or at least playing a lot, and we'll go from there. So thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.